All right, let's try another example here. If you look, you'll notice that this time we actually have an equation with some more numbers in it. So, notice we have our x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k formula. So, we need to figure out which way this opens. If you look, the y is the variable by itself. Remember, y values, or the y-axis, goes up and down, so this one's either going to open up or down. It'll be a little bit easier to figure out if we know what p is. So here's where 4p is. 4p is equal to negative 8. If you divide by 4, you shall get that p is negative 2. P is negative. Negative values are down on the y-axis, so this is going to open down. So our picture should look like this. All right, the vertex. All right, here's where it's a little bit different. Remember, the vertex is always hk. The h is always with the x value. So if you look here, it looks like a positive 4, but our formula has a negative in it. So remember, it's the opposite of what it looks like. So this is really x minus a negative 4. So our vertex is x is negative 4, and our y value is positive 2, or k. So let's go ahead and plot that. So go back 4 and up 2. So here's where my vertex is, negative 4, 2. The focus is always going to be found by using the p-value. Remember, this is opening down, so from my vertex, I'm going to go down 2 to find the focus. This focus is at negative 4, 0. We can go ahead now and graph this parabola. So remember, it's just going to open down. We're not doing anything fancy with this. Next thing I need is my directrix. So the directrix is also found by my p-value. So p is, even though it's negative 2, we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to go up 2, and we're going to make our line. All right, so this is a line going left and right. It cuts to the y, so it's y is equal to, now just be careful, how far up is that? That's y equals 4. So y is equal to 4. All right, so last thing we need is the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is the line that cuts our parabola in half, so it's going up and down. It's cutting through the vertex. X is negative 4. All right, again, let me just point out that cool thing that I told you about earlier. The directrix is a y equals. If you look at the vertex, the value that changed was the y value. The variable that was by it, that wasn't squared, was right there, my y. I just think that's kind of cool to point out. It kind of helps. Let's try another one. This time I'm giving you an equation, and I want you to write the equation. So first thing you should notice is which way it opens. This is obviously opening to the right. So it's opening to the right. Think about your axis that goes left and right. That would be your x-axis. It's opening to the right, so that means that p is going to be positive. So let's start off by finding p. So p goes from the vertex to that focus point there. So that looks like it's one space away. So p is 1. The vertex, this point right here, is over, let's see, here's 0, 0 right there. Make sure you find where 0, 0 is. It goes over 1, 2, 3. The vertex goes over 3, and it goes up 2. All right, now I need my equation. So we know that it's opening to the right, so that's my x. So x is the variable that's not squared, which means that y is going to be the one that's squared. So I've got y minus k squared is equal to 4p x minus h. All right, so we've got y minus the y value, which is 2. squared equals 4. We figured out that p was 1, and then x minus x of the vertex is 3. Just simplify this, so y minus 2 squared is equal to 4x minus 3. And there is our equation of our shifted parabola. We say it's shifted because the vertex this time was not at 0, 0. It shifted to the right 3 and up 2.